This episode is brought to you by Greenlight. Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/Spotify. Greenlight.com/Spotify.
On this episode of Bantha Milk Podcast, James tries to explain anime to me.
It's going to go great. I've got 4 hours of notes prepared. Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. Hope you're ready.
I am ready. Let's do it.
Intro music.
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession. I'm getting the hang of this. Doing all this stuff over here on my end.
It's a one-man tech show over there for you. I am full-fledged child of just playing with the little knob on top of the lever. Life is easy for me. So
you're the baby Grogu playing with the knobs, and I'm spinning all the plates in the air.
Do not.
So.
Ooh.
Well, welcome back,
Full-fledged
James.
podcast passenger princess. Glad to be here.
That is awesome. You made it just in time, too. I'm very happy about that because
I did.
You were saying you were very busy leading up to this, but bam, you didn't mess around. You said, I have a job to do that pays me $0, so I need to make sure I get back there and start doing my other job of podcasting Bantha Milk stuff.
Absolutely. I'm glad there were only minor delays at the spaceport, so it was pretty chill and easy to go.
You know, if this was a Star Trek show, you could just teleport there or whatever.
Oh,
What did they
just
call
beam
it?
me up.
Yeah, beam me
Yep.
up. You could have beamed right here. Wouldn't have to drive. It would have beamed right into there and would have been perfect. But it's a Star Wars one, so there's no beaming of people, whatever. It is what it is. So welcome, everybody. This is a very special. We're only like 2 weeks behind. Oh, by the way, for everybody who's watching us live right now on YouTube, we talked about it last week because this show will go out after. But happy Life Day to you, James.
Happy Life Day to you as well.
Yep, we are. Olivia Sands is in the chat, and she says, "Oh my gosh, podcast passenger princess. I love this phrase." So she's impressed with your phrasing. Yep. So happy Life Day to you in the Chewbacca Wookie world of holidays. This is the big one. This is the one where we talk about all good things and caring and all that good stuff. So a very happy Life Day to you. And for Life Day, make sure you go out and watch the Star Wars Holiday Special from 1978.
No better way to celebrate happiness and joy and everything else that comes with Life Day than to watch the now banned or hard to find holiday special. I love this.
It is awesome. And I think Olivia, who's a huge Star Wars fan, she's trying to learn. Yeah, she's trying to learn. I think we should definitely indoctor her by watching that because she will love Star Wars after watching that. Or
you're just making me think at some point this holiday season we need to like Mystery Science Theater 3000 this.
I think we need to do that. I definitely think we need to do that, and we need to get as many people involved as possible, and just have 10 people in the chat just going, "What is going on?" So it's top notch. Do we want to open beers first, or do you want me to tell you about some of the toys that I got?
Well, let's do the beer, because then I can sip while you show me all the toys and ooh and ah. So.
Sounds like a plan. I have my very last one, unless I go back to the brewery, of the blue milk. Woo!
Oh,
Yay.
it's back.
It's back. Yep, I have my very last blue milk.
I am more excited to watch you pour that in a cup than I probably should be for seeing that come out again as actually blue milk.
It is amazing. I will say that much, that it is amazing to watch it pour out as blue. What are you drinking, my friend?
I am going much safer this episode. I have a Shell's peanut butter chocolate porter.
Oh,
I will be sipping this because I will be enjoying the sips, not because my whole mouth is turning sour.
So how many of the sour ones from last week did you buy? Just one, or did you buy multiples?
I only bought one.
Oh,
so
okay.
so I went to the store and I bought one of those like mix and pick sixers, so
Okay.
that way I could make sure that I have them and go through it. And I just picked one of those, and I'm so thankful because I don't think it got mentioned. I didn't get through that whole can of beer last time.
Ugh, I don't blame you at all, because that would have been horrible to try and get through the whole thing. That is for sure.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. I should send you one just so you can understand the pain. So
believe me, after seeing you do this, I think I can live it through just that face alone. So
that vicarious force experience,
yes,
we love it. So
100%. So okay, well, I'm going to pop open this blue milk, and probably
Crack
the
it
last
open.
2 times it's sprayed all over the place. So a little bit of pop there, but not a lot of spray. Yours sounded much better than mine.
no problem here.
All right, and then I got to figure out, where can I? Here we go. You can see it? Yes.
Microphone arms.
Here it comes. Look at the blue.
It's so blue.
It is so blue.
Straight from the teat.
Right out of the bantha.
That's right.
And so, like, almost like a Guinness,
Kind of like
it looks
fizzy.
Like. Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
looks like a blue Guinness in a way. It's so cool.
Mhm.
But anyway, there it is. There's my
Mhm.
blue milk. Blue milk from Magnify Brewing in New Jersey. Check it out. Oh, got to do it that way. Check it out. Ooh, I love it. I love it because it stains your teeth. Not really, but cheers.
I can't wait.
Is much better than last week.
So much better. Like, it tastes like the holidays, so I feel like I'm too early for this one, but
Okay.
I'm okay with that. I'm going to be living a joyful experience tonight.
There
so.
you go. Now, do you taste a lot of the peanut butter?
Yeah. There's a lot of that kind of like Reese's peanut butter cup, but someone spiked it with a little bit too much alcohol kind of
Nice.
taste. So
Nothing wrong with that.
so
I love it.
not quite as pleasant as a peanut butter cup, but we got the right choice. So
I love
I'm
it.
happy.
All right. Well, while we sip away, do you know what
Toys.
this is? Do you know what this little toy is here? Do you know these little fellas?
That doesn't look familiar to me.
Disney Durable. I have other ones behind me, but they came up with these. They're like, I don't know why. Recently, the toys have all gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. But inside, there's a little bag, and inside the bag, there's a little surprise character. What could it be?
Ooh, we love mystery bags.
Yes, this one came with 4. I was very excited because I thought it normally only came with 2 or 3, but boom, I got the bonus with 4 of them. So
Well, that's good.
we'll see what little characters I got. First off, out of the red bag. Oh, haha. There you go. Whoa.
Oh.
From the Bad Batch, Tracker. What's his? He's the leader. What's his name? I don't want to say Tracker, but
I always think Hunter.
Hunter.
But I feel like I'm
yours
not right
Hunter.
with that one either.
I think you are right. Hunter from the Bad Batch is the first one. Let's see what else we have. Bag number 2.
I will be honest. The first time I saw that, I'm like, Rambo?
Yeah, I know. He does look like Rambo. All right.
I mean,
this
it's probably a lot of the inspiration, right? So
Probably
thanks.
was, yes. Oh, I think you know who this little fella is. Bam, it's kind of... It is Luke Skywalker in his
Is that the...
black Jedi robe. He's using the
love it.
Force. So, yeah, so a little
Failing
cute
to
Luke
convince
Skywalker.
Jabba.
Yeah. You will
Those
release my
eyes
friend.
are massive
Yes.
on that.
Yes, and they're like, it's kind of hard to see through the camera, but they're like glassy and like
Oh,
sparkly
yeah, they
a little
are.
bit there. So
I see the reflection, yeah.
All right. So we got a Luke, we got a Bad Batch. They have the numbers on the back, so I guess you don't have to open it. If you had the list, I have number 2 and 17 left. So if you want to
Okay.
look up and see what they are, you can tell me before I open.
No spoilers here.
No spoilers
Not
here.
until later.
Number 2 is...
I see a
Oh,
lightsaber.
It's a lightsaber.
Oh, it's Anakin.
It's Anakin with his big eyes and his blue lightsaber. Very nice. And last but not least, number 17.
Who's it gonna be?
Who's it gonna be? Shazam. There we go. Our good friend. He's holding a lightsaber.
Is that Kai from Young Jedi Adventures?
Oh, is it? Maybe. I was thinking it was more Finn. I think it's Finn.
It did kind of look like Finn. It probably is Finn.
Because I'm looking at the jacket, and I think he's got Finn's Poe/Finn's jacket on. But it also looks like Kai from Young Jedi Adventures. All right, and then
leave it to me to make a call out for Young Jedi Adventures.
I know, right? You're like,
it's happening.
You're like, is that from
He's
the
here.
kids show? Yeah. So, and then you can take the little Death Star, and you can stack them up, and you can put your little Disney Doorables inside of there. You can put 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top shelf, and you have a built-in storage and shelf and display case all in one.
So it's like it's made for 4 of them.
It is
so
perfect for it. Yes. I have.
Funny how they planned that. Oh, I see it behind you now. Yeah.
So this one behind me, I have. This is the one we got before. I have a little Wicket. He's fun, like little Wicket.
Little Ewoks.
And then next to him is what my
good old Chewbacca.
What my name is on all of my food apps, Chewbacca.
That's what we all look like today on this Life Day. So of course.
And then also
Sabine.
Yeah, Sabine. And
that hair is incredible.
I know, it's really cool. It's a good paint job. And then I don't know who this is. I never saw her before. I don't know, but maybe somebody.
She looks important, but
somebody said it's somebody named Princess Leia. I'm not sure, but yeah,
can't be a princess if your planet's not there anymore.
That's right. What kind of princess doesn't have a planet? All right, so that's the first toy, and then the other one that
there's more.
There's just one more, and this is the preview, I guess. There was something that we talked about weeks ago that I said I definitely want to get, and I got it.
You bought the 7,000-piece Super Star Destroyer Lego set that's no longer in service?
I did for $5,000, and it's in this giant. Nope,
yeah,
not that, but I did get the gingerbread.
You did do the walker.
AT gingerbread walker with. Where's the little picture of? Here he is, the gingerbread Darth Vader. So
yeah, you are getting that collection of Vaders.
Yes. So I have that. I didn't put it together yet because half the fun is buying it, and then you gotta wait to put it together, or I just forgot to put it together. Whatever the deal is.
That happens.
Mm-hmm. So they're my toys. So I'm excited.
Very cool additions.
The AT-AT Walker was actually the only place I could find it was on Lego's website. I tried going to like Amazon and I couldn't find it on Amazon. So then I found it on Lego and it was on back order and I was like, "Uh-oh, am I not going to get this?" But then it showed up, so I was very happy about that.
Oh, that's good.
Yep. All right. We'll go right into my segment now, which we call Star Wars News. I got to rewind this. How do I rewind it? There we go.
It's usually a little button, 2 triangles.
Silly goose. This is in Suno. It's very confusing.
Star Wars News.
Is it playing?
Star Wars News. Star Wars News. Star Wars News.
All right.
Star Wars News. Star Wars News.
Star Wars News. All right. So it was funny. I was trying to dig around to try and find some Star Wars news, and I was having a really hard time finding it. And then suddenly, I had this like onslaught of news that I was able to find. So,
good.
We have a
I was gonna say, I feel like we haven't heard a lot this week. So
yeah. So we got a couple of things going on here. So we will start off with The Hollywood Reporter has an article. We talked about this on the last episode that the hunt for Ben Solos was squashed. They decided that they're not going to do that movie. But now The hunt for Ben Solo's squash Star Wars movie sparks fan action in skies and streets. Fans hated the rise of Skywalker, but still want to see the story continue. So, apparently, people are putting out the latest banner flying move. Fans hired a plane with a banner reading "Save the Hunt for Ben Solo" in late October, and comes with the same week as flyers showed up in Los Angeles, Mid-Wilshire area on lampposts and street signs, taking the form of missing persons posters. Missing, have you seen this man? Flank a photo of driver as Ben Solo.
No.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to try to... Not there. Where can I do this? I can do this over here. I can add... Nope, that's the chat. Share a screen. Here we go. Here's the screen. I'm going to share it with everybody.
Incredible.
Have you seen this man? Ben Solo, age 30, height 6'2", weight 196 pounds, species human, has last seen 5 years and 10 months ago on Exegol, rumored to be in the World Between Worlds, formerly known as Kylo Ren. You may have, and if you have any information or have seen Ben, please contact Ray immediately. Please, information needed. Hashtag the hunt for Ben Solo. So people were putting up these signs all over towns, which I find
incredible.
Awesome. That's incredible. Yeah, that's dedicated fanship right there. Let me tell you.
Yep.
All right, let me close that now. Let me see if I just do that. Ooh, did that work?
It did.
It's like we're professionals. What do you know?
I know.
All right.
Very impressive.
So maybe Disney will come back and say that they're going to do it again, but I doubt it. All right, the next news article, I'm going to save this. This is Meet the Filmmakers for Vision, so I thought this would be perfect. Before we get into each of the 9 things, there's a brief... Well, there's a longer description, and this is on StarWars.com, but we'll give a little brief description about each one before we get into that. This is really cool. Darth Vader. Star Wars gives Darth Vader a horrific new title, and it's the exact opposite of Anakin. So let me see if I can share this. Boom. All right, there's a sense in which Star Wars prequel trilogy was going through the motions because the ending was always clear, but it took twists and turns. So coming down here, Darth Vader is now officially the Great Unmaker. Adam Christopher's new Star Wars novel, Master of Evil, is set shortly after the events of Revenge of the Sith, starring Darth Vader himself. It sees the Dark Lord of the Sith pursue a powerful dark side vengeance and experience powerful visions in the Force, one of which sees Darth Vader confront Anakin Skywalker himself. Light and dark meeting in combat and providing equally matched. What's more, Darth Vader received a new title, one that seems oddly fitting. And this is apparently the quote here: "The dark side is the path to the truth. Is the path to that truth. It lives through you, Lord Vader. It is your destiny, Darth Vader, Master of Evil. Darth Vader, the Great Unmaker." So, he's now going to be called the Unmaker.
Which is great because, of course, Anakin was like, thank the Maker all the time for C-3PO.
Right, exactly.
And so we change the identity, we change how it goes. That's such a great pairing. It's a weird title, like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But
it's a very weird title. So I'm very confused about that. The next one, I don't know if you knew about this, and you were just there, so maybe when you were there, you took a trip over, and I know you had a car because I heard you guys talking about it. Did you take a trip over to see the new Lucas Museum?
No, I didn't know there was one opening.
So next time you go, Lucas Museum sets an opening date. Take an exclusive first look inside. Look at this building. It looks
I mean, that building's incredible.
It's incredible. It looks like a spaceship. It's got like thousands of solar panels as well as grass on top of it. It looks unbelievable.
Yep.
After nearly 4 years of delays, the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art on Wednesday announced that will open September 22nd, 2026. the $1 billion, 300,000 square foot museum designed by Mad Architects founder Mai Yangsung broke ground in Exposition Park adjacent to the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County in 2018. So it was originally supposed to finish in 2021. COVID got in the way. Other things got in the way and delayed it, blah, blah, blah.
Like it does. Yep.
But this is what it looks like. It looks unbelievable. Even if you guys go back before it opens, you have to at least just drive by. Like, you got to go see it and take a picture of it because it looks unbelievable.
Oh, I mean, yeah, the outside alone has that, like, futuristic Star Wars look to it that we love,
So, all right, well, you got to wish we knew somebody who lived close to L.A. that could take a picture of it for us. Here we go.
just had to go into my library app and put a request in, so that way they'd think about getting Master of Evil, so that way if it shows up,
right,
I can read it
you
or
can
listen
get it.
to
There
it.
you go.
So,
will this not let me? This article is available only to subscribers. Darn it. But
ruh-roh.
it was 10 Life Day menus, and I had the book. I must have left it upstairs. I'm so disappointed. I had a book, a cooking book, Life Day, food from Star Wars, Life Day.
That's cute.
Yeah, cooking book. And it was funny because I heard it while I was listening to The Office Ladies because, what's her name? Not Pam, but
Angela?
Angela, yes. Angela is a huge Star Wars fan. So she actually got the book and whatever. But yeah, I thought I brought it down, but I guess I did not. I'm very disappointed in myself. But anyway, so I have a Life Day cookbook upstairs, and this was giving you 10 recipes from the park. But now I have to log in to see it, so you're not going to be able to go through those.
Tragic.
It is tragic. All right, and my last one. Disney Plus is about to let users make AI slop of its characters. This is on Kotuko.com. The guy's not a big fan, and I understand why. But it shouldn't be surprising that Disney, the company that has become willing to degrade its boldest, most artistic endeavors for profit by churning out unnecessary sequels and bland live-action remakes, is talking to AI companies about letting fans make endless user-generated slop of their properties on Disney Plus. So I think this guy's a little opposed to it. I'm not really sure. I can't tell if he likes this idea or not.
I mean, we can talk about his argument getting supported today because you talk about live-action remakes. They just launched a trailer today for a Moana live-action remake.
I did see, yes. And
I'm like, we just got the sequel. Come on.
And Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was really pushing for it because from the original Moana cartoon version, he was in a bunch of other movies that were all not good and flops and stuff. So he was like, we need to make a live-action Moana because he knew that he would be back on top if he made a live-action Moana. But
it's true.
Anyway, then it gets into a little bit more factual storytelling here rather than just very opinionated facts up at the top. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Disney CEO Bob Iger said in the company's latest earnings call that it is in the midst of rolling out the biggest and most significant changes from a product perspective, from a technological perspective, since Disney Plus launched. Part of this is a licensing agreement with the Fortnite developer Epic Games to add a number of game-like features to the streaming service, and the other is working with unnamed AI companies to allow subscribers to create short-form video content based on Disney properties. The other thing that we're really excited about is that AI is going to give us the ability to do is to provide users of Disney Plus with a much more engaged experience, including the ability for them to create user-generated content and to consume user-generated content, mostly short form, from others, Iger said. So I find that very interesting that they are going to. First off, I think it'll be amazing from a technological standpoint to be able to have some sort of an AI program running on a streaming service that I can make an AI story about Star Wars or any Disney character, whatever, and then you, many states away, would be able to watch my short video that I created on the Disney Plus streaming platform.
I'm intrigued, but also I feel like there's going to be a lot of crap that I'm just not going to want to watch. I also find it really surprising because Disney's so protective of their IPs and their brands. The fact that they would even consider opening the door, like the fact they've said anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not the Disney that I know or expect. So I'm just,
and
I don't even know.
There was an article we had earlier of them. I forget what the AI company was, but they were suing the company, or they weren't suing the company, but they were talking to the company. There were other people that were suing the company because the AI bot was telling people to commit suicide and that their life was useless and all that stuff. And then it was also coming from the voice of a character that sounded like a Disney character as well. So individuals were suing because the AI bot told their kids that their life was useless, and then Disney was also in the works of getting them to stop using it. And now Disney's saying, oh no, we're going to let AI create stuff on our Disney Plus platform, no less. So they're going to have to have like really, really somehow tight purse strings. Or not purse strings, but like...
lot of guardrails.
Yeah, a lot of guardrails out there. Yeah, to definitely protect all that.
Yeah. Yeah, as someone who teaches this industry, like, I have a hard time with that just because... I like what AI can do for a lot of personal use for people and things, but I also think that being able to create like AI art and other things has led a lot of people to believe that they can be graphic designers without having to know a lot of stuff. And so I'm like, I don't want people to suddenly think like, look at this, I'm now a film creator because I plugged some good prompt into AI or got lucky. Part of me also thinks this is just a play by Disney of getting a bunch of new story ideas from people to roll with something.
It very well could be. They could very well take it and then offer them what seems like a large amount of money to the common folk, but is a very minimal amount of money for creative rights for something, and then turn it into $1 million project or $1 billion project or something like that. So, yeah, I can see them definitely trying to take something that they did. But yeah, so I don't know. It is very interesting, and it'll be interesting to see where they go with it because it could be good. It's probably going to be a lot of slop, just like what you see on YouTube all the time. I don't understand. TikTok, I don't understand. But whatever. So that's my last news article for now.
I did have one more thing I saw.
Okay.
That was John Boyega was talking about stuff. Like whatever he was talking about, some reasons of how he'd come back to Star Wars. And there was typical stuff out of the demands. But my favorite quote from him out of that one was, "Trust me, I'm like the Tom Holland of Star Wars. Once I know something, I'll let you know."
I love that. That is awesome. He's like...
So I can't wait for this reveal.
He's like, I can't keep it a secret. Don't worry. If something happens, I will definitely let you know. That is really funny.
Yeah,
I love Tom Holland. He went on so many different talk shows and spilled so many different beans that he wasn't supposed to.
I just try to figure out like how many of those. Like at some point, was it let's lean into this and let Tom Holland like spoil this and make it feel like it's a gag, or did he really just keep on revealing all the secrets? And we'll never know. And you know what? I think the only people that probably knew if they wanted to let him do it or not are the executives, and I bet Tom Holland was not even like in on the loop. Like, go ahead, say whatever you want. Like, he's like, oh, not at all.
Yeah, because it definitely made it more realistic if he didn't know that he was supposed to spill the beans.
Yep,
So.
exactly.
All right, are we ready for a Jedi of the Week?
We sure are.
All right, let's do it. Let's hit this.
Yeah. I'm the Jedi of the week. I've been running it like I've been Yoda for a minute, putting all
on a clinic with my homie Obi-Wan Kenobi. Can you feel it? On the field like a real one. Yeah, I'm the one, like my first name was Anakin.
I gotta cut it right when he says my first name is Anakin, because the next line is not nearly as good as that. And you might be panicking.
Just lose it. Work with what you got, right?
Work with what you got.
All right. We've made it to my 7th Jedi of the week, and we are continuing our trend of going up the alphabet. So it's the letter G. Everyone's favorite youngling. Everyone's so hyped whenever this G is on screen. I'm talking about Gungi.
Gungi. I love Gungi.
None of this Norman business.
We don't
but
need
if you
Norman.
don't know, if you don't know, that's the letter N, so it wouldn't even work this week anyway.
Nope.
So if you don't know Gungi is the Wookiee youngling that, at least for me, he captured my heart when I saw him in the Clone Wars, because he was just like happy and adorable. And, the Wookiee speaks Shriwook, so you couldn't understand him, but you could just feel it out for him. So you watched Gungi in the final bits of the Republic. You especially saw him on Ilum when they were getting some crystals and things of that sort. And so, for a Wookiee, he was, look at that cutie. He was kind and gentle, really bucking the trend of a lot of the Wookiees, which made him really interesting, while at the same time still just having that innate Wookiee strength inside of him. And so he was the one that had patience as he was at Ilum trying to go and get his Kyber crystal, unlike a lot of the other younglings. And I get that. Like, you got the chance of, like, you're going to go get the thing to build your lightsaber. Like, yep, want it. Let's go. But he took his time. And it really worked out for him that he had the right intentions set out, which is something you need to have as a Jedi to really go through that. So that was really great. And it was nice to see him and the rest of the younglings, especially because we didn't see a lot of Wookiee Jedi. And so it was interesting of like, can anyone be a Jedi? And it was just kind of another one of those to really show up again and go through it. Gungi did come back later. We saw Gungi show up in The Bad Batch in Season 2. And so it was great to see that kind, resilient Wookiee keep on showing up and showing the world that you can be that person no matter where you are. And so time to go watch some more Gungi, either Season 5, Episodes 6 through 9 of The Clone Wars, or in Season 2 of The Bad Batch.
And here he is in The Bad Batch.
Look at that guy.
A little more grown
lightsaber
up.
and all.
Lightsaber and all. I did love this because I love this idea of they had already leaned into how strong Wookiees were physically. So you take the physical strength of a Wookiee and then you add in the ability to be a Jedi as well, and it's just like, oh my gosh, how amazing is this that somebody can... They're basically, all you need them to do then is be able to play the Dejeric, and or what's the chess game on the Dejeric table called? Do you know? I forget what it's called.
I thought it just was Dejeric. But...
Okay, good. Yes, good. Then I feel smart.
Yeah.
You just have to have him be able to play the best game of Dejeric. Also, he'll be strong, a Jedi, and smart. Like, what can beat him there? So, yeah, he was really cool. I am a big fan of him. So, good choice for the letter G for Gungi.
Thank you.
What an awesome, awesome little dude there. So, all right. Well, with that being said, we are going to take a commercial break. And when we come back, we'll hit the main topic, which is our review and breakdown. And James explains to me Star Wars Visions Season 3 right after these commercial breaks. And we're back. Yay!
Woo!
All right. So, Visions came out October 29th, so 16, 17, 18, 19 days ago. I can do the math. And
good work.
Thank you. And they had 9 episodes this season. So here's the rundown. Here's the overview. For all 3 seasons, they've had their 8 or 9 independent studios making independent short films. Each of these this season were all about 20 to 25 minutes long. All different forms of anime. All very interesting, and it was interesting to me taking anime and Star Wars and putting them together. The other thing that you pointed out in the open was we had, 2 sequels, 2 earlier?
I think there were 3 sequels, but I might be wrong.
So, sorry, I had to take a sip of my blue milk there.
I get it. You gotta have it. Yeah, I think there were 3, if I remember right. So,
yeah, so there were 3 sequels. So this is the first time that they've done it where they've had a sequel, and each one of the styles are slightly different. And I guess that is just anime as a whole. Is every single there's all different versions of anime. Do they have different names for the different style of anime? Do you know, or is it just like?
I think they do. I'm not that deep into it. I think a lot of it is art style. I think mostly when they change styling in anime, it depends on how the episode kind of comes out. So, like, one of the popular ones is, like, the shonens.
Okay.
But I can't really tell you much beyond that.
Okay. All right. So, we're going to break down and talk about all 9 episodes this week. And a little rundown, our opinion of what we liked and what we saw and all that other good stuff. I am just going to start in the beginning and say, me personally, I'm not a huge fan of anime. I was never really into it. So these were a little hard for me to get through, I'm not going to lie. And it's okay. Like, not everybody's into everything, so I'm not bashing it. I'm not saying it was bad, because it wasn't bad. They were very entertaining, and they were really neat to watch and cool and everything. I just don't understand. From episode 6 on, everybody was screaming or yelling a lot, and I know that's like an anime thing that everybody's always like, bah, bah, bah,
It can be, yeah.
So I felt like the last 3 episodes was a whole bunch of screaming. I will say my favorite episode was episode 5, and we'll get into that later. But
okay.
So I don't know, but we'll break down each one individually, and you can tell me a little bit about each one, and I will tell you what I liked or didn't like and all that good stuff, and we'll go with that. So the first one was called The Duel.
I am so excited before you get into it. This is my first show or movie review episode, which I know is the heart of why this podcast started.
Yes.
So I'm like, it's finally here.
I know. Because, unfortunately, there's nothing to review and show recently. So, yeah.
We're just going to go back to rebuild the galaxy and everything else.
We could do that. And what was the... I don't know. I'm thinking out loud now. When we did what was the other... The one with the kids where they kidnapped the spaceship.
Oh, Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew. I think... I'll have to look and see if we did every episode broken down by one episode at a time, or we just did it in big clumps, because we could go back. I really like that show. That was a very good show. We could even go back and break that one down also if we're bored. But
I loved that show.
It was such a good show. So here we go. Let's break down the anime Visions. That's what we're doing this week. So the first episode was called The Duel Payback. And was this a sequel or no? I don't remember. I feel like it was. Yes. Okay.
Yep.
So
this was a sequel to The Duel.
Ironically enough, good titling. So in IMDb, the description says, with the help of some unexpected allies, Ronin faces off against his greatest foe, a twisted Jedi known as the Grand Master, who is bent on revenge. And don't get me wrong, it was cool. I enjoyed it a lot. Ronin was cool. The Jedi bent on revenge. She was really cool as well.
What a twist to make the Jedi the evil people in this one, and the Sith the morally great good. Right?
Yeah, isn't that fun that they twisted it around on you that way?
Yeah, you love to see the Jedi continue their fall from power, and they just went so far in their fall from power that they became just this militaristic force.
Yeah.
So.
It is also interesting. This one's not as many, but and this is one of those that I want to say there was very little talking and just a lot of anime action and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but it was exciting. It was fun. What else? Do you have any specific details for us there?
Oh, I have so much to talk about all of these.
Go
So
for it.
let's start with the easy thing. How cool was it that we found another way to repurpose relics of old movies, turning an AT-AT into a casino or gambling hall?
Yes, I love the callbacks and all the different things that they did. Even when we get, I forget which episode it was, but the very beginning, it's the Back to the Future Darth Vader plastic suit.
Yes,
which was
that was
awesome.
so good. All I could think was, "I am your density." And I'm like, no way, they did not do a Back to the Future call
They
out.
sure did, but that's in a couple episodes to come. But this one, keep going. Tell us more about this
Okay.
one. Go for it.
So really cool about this is the art style very much. And if we haven't done like spoiler warnings or whatever we're supposed to do, like we're breaking this all down.
Yep.
But this one is really neat because it's so dramatic with the black and white as you
Yeah.
go through it, and that also like doubles down because this film style or art style and everything that they've done with it is a clear nod to like Kurosawa and all of his samurai films. So like you're saying, like not a lot of dialogue, but really great sword fighting style all the way out through it, really kind of just having this moment as we get it. And I love how much emphasis it gets because when you watch, the only pops of color really is the weaponry.
Yes.
And that's where we get those cool visuals that go with it.
Yeah, it was really cool, like watching in black and white, and then when the lightsaber comes out, you just see like the blue glow or the red glow of the lightsaber on top of the black and white, and it is written or drawn in that Kurosawa, that samurai style of anime. So it was really, really cool.
And it's just like the lines, the consistency across it. It's like, this is great because that's what the first episode in this like two short episode is looking like, and it just gives you that good style.
Yes. I will say the one thing that makes me laugh, and I know George Lucas has some kind of contract for this, but every single one of these says George Lucas is the first writer. And I know because it's Star Wars, he's got it written there that he gets a writing credit on every single thing that is Star Wars, which makes me laugh.
Yep.
Because I know he had absolutely nothing to do with any of these. But yeah. So so this was a good one. I liked it. I don't know where I would rank it off the top of my head, but it definitely was up there. I would definitely put it in the top 5 out of 9 for me.
This is middle-ish, maybe lower of the pack for me, actually.
Okay.
But at the same time, I would say it's a really strong opener just because of how distinct it is and just like the perfect amount of like Star Wars nostalgia and then cool kind of combat theming kind of ideas, as well as like enemies becoming allies to fight their enemies together. So,
and it's also fun because it was very Japanese, and then kind of like Andor, the first season of Andor, where it was very like war, and then you're like, oh look, the weapons that they're using are Star Wars weapons, and this was very Japanese, and then oh look, they have lightsabers, like that type of thing. So it was really cool.
That is one thing that I enjoy of this like overarching thing of these Vision seasons of like they do such a good job of telling like real various points of like Star Wars life in the universe and different kind of expectations and experience. Like there is still a lot of like Jedi Sith nods throughout this, but it's different parts of the universe, so it stays interesting.
Yes, I agree, 100%. All right, are you ready to move on, or do you have anything else you want to say about the first one?
I think I'm good with that. I'm ready to go in my mech suit.
All right, so the second one is called The Song of Four Wings. And this one, a princess turned rebel protects a child from the might of the Empire on a snowbound planet. So this one was fun. Was this the one? This wasn't the one with the droid that everybody liked, right? Oh, yes, it is.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. I don't think it's the droid. That's in the next one.
This one's the one with the droid with the big eyes. So,
Oh, okay.
so
It might be that one. It's not my favorite, but that's fine.
This is not your.
Oh yeah,
So, this is the one that
because this one turned into the mech suit, so this one wasn't as exciting for me in that sense.
If you look behind her, there's that little droid that had the big eyes. That one of the articles last week was saying that this droid is going to replace Goguru as the cutest thing in Star Wars, and I disagree.
Doesn't have the personality.
No, not even close. So, so this one was fun. I mean, I do these. This is more to me like a traditional. Maybe it's just like a kid version of anime. I don't know the different drawing styles and all that stuff, but this one was more of when I think of anime, I think of this type of a drawing of anime. Maybe because that's what I saw on Saturday morning TV when I was a kid. Was this style?
Well, yeah. This is like your traditional cell drawing as they're going through it. So very much that like Gundam Wing era of anime for sure that really kind of fits it, and having the robot of course is making me think Gundam Wing throughout it as well. So absolutely right on that look and style.
All right, so give us a rundown on this episode.
This one was really cool because of that like retro influence that you're really talking about. As we just get like that cool detail in all the transformations, like that was to me just such an unexpected move of like, let's turn the droid into like a mini X-Wing suit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know why I hadn't expected that in Star Wars, but that was so dang cool.
Yeah. And this like picture that's up on the screen now is very 1980s style anime right there. So, yeah.
Also a nod to the trench run on this one of what the targeting systems look like.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so we love to see that.
Yep. So it was cool. It was fun. It was a nice little mission that she had to go on there to save the day. Once again, all of these have a little bit of Star Wars thrown in there with I feel like traditional Japanese themes. So
I liked that we got another princess who wants to go and kick butt and take names along the way. And so we got to really kind of embrace that while at the same time dealing with like, I don't remember if it was just loss or sadness, or I guess grief is probably the right word as I'm going through it. But yet still duty as a princess to save and protect and lead and all of those kind of components. So she was pretty compelling for a character for me in that sense.
Yeah, it was good. It was a fun episode.
Yeah, and what a fun like addition again. Like we talked about Gunji earlier, Force sensitive Wookiee, and now we get the is it Gregorian? I don't remember what the little bitty guy is called that was there to kind of protect and everything. So
yeah, he was definitely cool, and it's a new species that we haven't seen before, so it's pretty cool. So, yep, I liked it. I thought it was a fun episode. I did. It was.
We brought out a whole different kind of action, so it was neat.
Yeah, and it was cute animation, and it was fun. So, yeah, what would you rank this one of the 9 that we had 9 times?
I think I liked this one's probably near the bottom of the list for me, in all honesty. The nostalgia of the style and the art was great. The story itself, like, as much as I rave about a lot of things, just kind of felt predictable in a lot of ways. Yeah. There were a lot of cool moments, but overall, I think a lot of other things did what I hope anime Star Wars crossovers do better. Right.
And on IMDb, it got a 6.4 out of 10. So I would put it in like 5-6 ranking of the shows of the 9. So yeah, maybe bottom half. But all right. And then moving on to number 3, the 9th Jedi, Child of Hope. Pursued by Jedi hunters and blasted adrift into space, Kara encountered a seemingly abandoned ship tended by a mysterious droid. So this is the one that has the really cute droid. Maybe this is... I think... I definitely like this droid better, like you did.
I will put it on the record. I would die for Teto. That droid is everything to me. Like, just loyal, sweetheart, everything. Like, high on my list of droids. Like, I am so sad that there can be no more of Teto anymore.
Yeah.
And Teto is like peak side character droid for me. Everything just like flawless. The expression, the style, everything about it.
Yeah.
I was basically crying. So.
Yeah, he was a fun character. He was awesome, very emotional, very with his little like bendy parts around his eyes, was able to express a lot, and really, really fun, and just a great story and a great character. But yeah, it's a shame. Why do they always kill off the good ones early?
I know. Like, you just make it worse. They knew we were gonna love this droid, and they knew they could just rip our hearts out.
And I'm watching it, and I'm looking at it, and I'm going, do you know that little like wooden, like the things that are going around his eyes? There was like a little wooden thing with like a strap between it, and if you held the one board, it made it look like wood was falling down the board. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Nope, not a clue.
Okay, so like, see how they're all attached by the little thing that goes around the eyes? I don't remember how it worked, but there was like a series of little wooden boards with those straps in it, and somehow when you held on to one, it made it look like one was sliding down the
interesting.
Yeah, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, ooh, that reminds me of that. But apparently I was the only one that thought that, because you don't even know what I'm talking about.
Nope, go on, Grandpa. Keep going.
Back in before we had TV, we had to play with sticks. Yeah, so... Yep. So he was awesome. It was a great story. She was a good Jedi. I'm looking... She was a cool character.
So this style is interesting because this feels more like our classic animation style. Like it's that crossover between the Western and the Eastern anime style of just that expectation of what you get, which is probably why this is the short series that they've picked to spin off into its own mini series next year.
Yes. So it'll be cool to see this storyline continue and the storyline get better. And who knows? Maybe she'll find another one just like him.
I hope so, because there's a lot of interesting things. They've left the door open in a lot of places with what it could be, with people chasing her and the lightsaber that changes color or whatever that was shown at the point, and so it's just neat, and it was cool to see like different environments that could merge in, especially like the abandoned space station that was actually like lush with like plant life that could be things and whatnot. So
yeah, that was interesting. I was like, wait, where are they? Are they in space? Or are they on a planet? What's going on here? So it was neat that they were all the different options that they did in a 20-minute episode. There were so many different things that they showed. So it was pretty cool. I really like it. This one got a 7.3 rating.
Yeah. This is definitely top half for me, especially because knowing there's more coming and the mystery that they have of who the people are that are chasing and threatening her, and like they did a really good job of making that presence feel like it was there, but not having to rush anything, and I love that.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. One of the reviews says The Ninth Jedi: Child of Hope is a sequel to one of the best Star Wars stories ever, and that's why I had expectations. Some of them were met, like the visuals. The lighting was gorgeous alongside the beautiful wide shots. And that's the other thing. Japanese anime, they do a lot of like wide shots and a lot of like scenery building and things like that. So you see a lot of really cool things. The themes and characters are interesting, but the dialogues are unnatural and the story is just not that interesting. This felt like a filler episode in the Ninth Jedi universe. I would say, and I think this is just an anime thing, is that they're writing it in Japanese and they're writing it for Japanese, and then they dub it over into English. So, yeah, it's not going to look 100% right because it's not wasn't supposed to be written for that. So, but whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, I grew up in the 90s, so I had that like well-adapted anime of like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh kind of deals. Dragon Ball Z was a thing amongst there. I never watched Naruto, so I can't talk about that one. But how many episodes in Dragon Ball Z is Goku sitting there channeling the Spirit Bomb? It's like 6 episodes at least. Like filler is part of anime culture. It just happens.
And I also
One Piece has like 1,200 episodes. You can't tell me they're all bangers.
Yeah, exactly. There's going to be some filler parts in there. And also, like, if they were saying that the lips don't match up, it's like, come on, like, that's what anime is in America. Is the
Go
lips not
watch it in Japanese and put the subtitles on.
It'll flow so much better in Japanese. That's right. But this was a good episode. I enjoyed this episode. I don't care what
This was good.
What the haters say. I'm looking at the
Tedu raised this one up for me no matter what.
Yeah,
don't care.
Freddie Highmore was the voice of Tedu. He looks familiar. He's the doctor in The Good Doctor, the guy the autistic doctor. I don't know
yeah.
That's him. He was the voice of Tedu. So there you go.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So they got some Masa Oke. He was in a lot of things. He was Ethan in the English version. He was in Heroes and Hawaii Five-0. He was in those 2 shows. So, yeah. So they this is the first one that they started of the 3 that we've seen so far. Oh, and Simu Liu from
from Shang-Chi.
Yeah, from Shang-Chi. He's in it. He's Lan Zima's voice. So this is the first one that we've seen in the series of 9 that now starts to have a lot of like really big American names doing the English versions. So it's interesting. All right, episode 4, The Bounty Hunters, and for some reason I don't remember this one. I feel like I don't know why I must have watched this one falling asleep. And
I love that you say that because I'm pretty sure this is bottom of my list because I believe it's the most forgettable of the ones that we watched. But maybe I was also falling asleep. So
I don't know, but like there's a bounty hunter droid with 6 arms and 2 legs, and then there's a girl. And what does this story say? It says a rogue bounty hunter takes a job for a shady industrialist that has unexpected consequences for her and her droid. So it seems like a typical, bad guy, good guy, a bounty hunter, which is like in the middle, then decides it's going to be a good guy instead of being a bad guy, whatever type of story. So what did you say he was also was very forgettable for you as well?
Yeah, this one just didn't stick with me like I wanted it to because it's one of those, story. I mean, it's an expected story, right? Like bounty hunter teams, especially seeing like a Twi'lek in a different kind of role, chasing their target, and then suddenly it's a Force-sensitive child. So are you gonna go morally bad or whatnot?
Right.
But and like as I've looked a little, like Studio Trigger, who made this, is pretty consistent with these frenetic, high octane kind of experiences. And so this one was just so much of like that chase, gunfight, like Star Wars little like scuffle kind of going with it, which cool, but also like a lot. And then I moved on from it and didn't have a lot of that connection that I wanted to it. And like there should be cool things. Like one of my iconic Star Wars moments I will always talk about is the double lightsaber reveal for Darth Maul being like the theater moment for me that made me fall in love with this area. And then we see a lightsaber dagger in this one coming out. It's like, okay, that's super neat.
Yeah.
But it just didn't win me over the way I wanted to. As like cool as it should be. I don't know. Maybe this one was just too predictable. I mean, another one later on has the same kind of storyline idea of like a smuggler scoundrel on a mission, realizes what the mission they're on, and they have to decide, do I do the right thing or do I do the thing that's going to get me tons of money?
Right, exactly. And I feel like that's an easy Star Wars bounty hunter trope. I mean, they even did it with The Mandalorian, like, should I turn in Grogu? And he does. He gets the money, but then he feels bad about it. And then he goes back and he rescues Grogu, and it's like, okay, like this is a trope that's done over and over again. So,
yeah, it's like if you're gonna do it, you gotta have something interesting with it.
Yeah.
So,
this one got a 6.8, which is interesting. So, they liked it better than we did.
Perhaps we need to give it another chance.
I think we do.
Before 9 p.m.
Not while laying in bed and watching it. Then is not the time to watch it. But
Guess not.
Ronnie Chang is the voice of IVA4. He's from The Daily Show, which is interesting.
Oh yes, okay.
And then
I was like, I know that name.
Yeah, and then Jodie Turner Smith, she's the voice of Eno, E-N-O, and she was in After Yang, The Last Ship, Anna Boleyn, Queen, and Slim. I feel like I knew her from other things. She was in Tron Ares that apparently nobody saw.
Oh, I saw that.
Did you see it? Okay.
I did.
She was in Bad Monkey, and I really liked that show. So I don't know if you saw it. It's on Apple TV, I think, but it's really good.
Nobody's seen that.
Oh, it's so good. It has. Wait, I'm turning this into a Bad Monkey show now. It's so good.
Fun.
It has Vince Vaughn in it as like a sarcastic cop that, of course, gets kicked off the force because he does things his way instead of the way he's supposed to do it. But then he still follows through on trying to solve the case because he's a detective, and all this like stuff goes into it. It's a good show. I don't care that you don't have Apple TV and you don't want to watch it, but I
do have Apple TV.
Then you have to watch it.
I love things like Silo. I love The Morning Show. Ted Lasso is one of my favorite TV shows I've ever seen.
Ted Lasso is the top of television shows. It is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I will rave about Ted Lasso for hours. Yes, it's so good.
Yep.
You have to watch it. You have to watch it for me. Watch the first episode, and I guarantee you'll come back and go, I was wrong. This is a good show.
We will see what I have to say in 2 weeks.
I like it, so I don't care. But she was in that also. She was the Dragon Queen in that, so that's where I knew her from. But yeah, so she's a cool actor. So this one has some some big names here. The Jedi was Carrie Kiernan, and she was also in A Leading Man. I don't know. I'm looking for. It looks like she does a lot of voices, so she's a voice actor. She does a lot of voice acting work. So, all right. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So that one for both of us was pretty low down there, and whatever. This one I loved. This was fun for me. Yuko's Treasure, Episode 5. I really enjoyed this. I watched today before coming on the air today, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I went back and I was like, I don't think I saw 5, so I watched 5. And of all of them...
What a treat for you.
Yes, and of all of them, this one was actually my favorite. I really enjoyed this one. I think because this one was, in my opinion, the most Americanized of the cartoons. Like, there was a lot of dialogue.
Oh, that's interesting. I would have said this one was so classic in
really?
a lot of the styling.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I thought it was more, maybe because it just had a lot more dialogue
There was a lot of dialogue in this one, yeah.
And, like, for me and my ADD American brain, I need dialogue to keep me entertained. I need, because if it's just sound effects, I'm going to start playing my video games and not even paying attention to it. But at least with the dialogue, I can... If I'm playing video games, I can listen to the dialogue and go, ooh, what's going on? But if I'm playing video games and there's no dialogue, then it's just listening to noise.
Yep.
So speaking of dialogue and what's going on, I am one of the most hated types of people in the Philadelphia area.
Oh, no.
I am a Philadelphia native. Never been to Dallas, but a Dallas Cowboy fan. And
what?
Yes. Of all of the sports, I love everything else in Philly. Oh, good. The Cowboys are winning 24-9.
What has it been like to be wrong for 30 years?
Up until 1996, it was amazing.
Yeah.
So, but since 1996, yeah, it's been horrible. So
You just have sick hope. Poor you.
yeah, no, I have, and like especially this year, no faith whatsoever. I'm surprised that they're actually winning this game against the Raiders. But yeah, not a fan of
The
what.
Raiders are bad.
Oh, Olivia said I need to watch Ted Lasso. Yes, Olivia, you do. Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh, you will be crying every episode because I cry every episode. There's always such good, heartfelt meaning to every single episode. It is so good. I've watched it over and over again, like 4 or 5 times through. It is so good. You have to watch it. But
Yep.
yeah, so I'm that person who lives in Philly. As the Philly DJs, sports talk DJs call me the Cockroaches. I'm part of the Cockroaches, who are Dallas Cowboys fans who live in Philadelphia. So I wanted to see if they were actually winning tonight or not, but I've given up on this season, and they're actually winning. So yippity-doo-dah, we can beat the Raiders right now. When the show's over and I go back, they'll be losing 25-24 somehow.
Oh, that's right. The Raiders are Team 31 this year. Only the Titans are worse.
Yes.
And somehow the Jets are better. So
Well, the Cowboys are not much better. We have a tie in there also. We tied. The second to Olivia said Booch Cowboys. Whatever. You're just mad because the Seahawks lost. We're the only team that can score 40 points. I guess Green Bay can also score 40 points and still not win. We scored 40 points in a game and still didn't win. That's how bad we are this year.
my favorite part was broadcast TV wanted that to be who won the Micah Parsons trade, and they tied.
And they tied. so it's still up in the air.
Everybody loses here. Yep. Yep.
One of my coworkers told me that he found out today that the Cowboys put a clause in to Green Bay's contract when they signed Micah Parsons that they are not, if they trade him to the Eagles, they have to give away a number one
First round pick,
yeah, because they did not want him going
Yep.
to the Eagles.
Yep.
But Olivia said Seahawks are playing so well with a laughing emoji there. Yeah, they did not play well this week. All right, back to Star Wars Visions. I enjoyed this one.
Yes.
With Yuko's treasure. Now, a sheltered orphan teams up with a street rat kid to rescue his droid caregiver and find a long-lost treasure. So this was a fun story. It was a cute story. I liked the bear droid that had a microwave in his belly.
What a moment that was. Absolutely. Like, I was trying to figure out, is this like an anthropomorphic bear that we are introducing a new species? And then the microwave shows up, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I was like, this is so awesome. Like, you hear
This is
the
iconic.
ding. He opens up the door. He's pulling the food out from his stomach. I was like, wait, is that microwave in his stomach? And then at first I thought I wasn't paying 100% attention or didn't even realize that the front of his belly was a door. So then when he closed it,
yeah.
I'm like, is he going to close it and it's going to be fur and we're just not going to know that there's a microwave in there? But nope, it is clearly a door once he closes
Yep.
it. I was like, this is amazing. So
Yeah. I mean, once you realize it's a droid, who knows why they have everything that they do on them. And
Yeah.
of course, like, oh my gosh.
Oh, so great. But yeah, so of course, the little kid is, well, the beginning is a very Disney-esque beginning. You know, the kid's parents die. The droid takes him in. Somehow the droid saves him. I'm not really sure how a droid covered in fur was able to survive a crashing spaceship, but it's a story, so it's okay.
It's not important.
It's not important. All we know is that he covered the kid up. Maybe he put the kid in the microwave and then was able to save him that way. I'm not sure.
It's like getting in a refrigerator to survive a nuclear blast, right?
Exactly.
So,
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, so then you see that the droid is now like raising him and whatever.
Yep.
And then of course the kid, which. Of course, he was a kid as well. And then I thought
Totally
this kid
kid.
was going to be like, I mean, he did say later on, you are family, but I thought they were going to find out that he was somehow like a sibling or something like that. But
Oh gosh, right?
that would have been really good. But But yeah, so then he's like looking for the parents, which I was like, and then the droid, of course, does a very good droidism and like panics and runs away. So then the kid follows him and whatever the deal is.
Yeah.
But Steve Buscemi was the voice of Fox Ear.
Okay, the pirate.
The pirate. I thought that was Steve Buscemi's voice, but I was like, there's no way they got Steve Buscemi for this. But they did. So then the pirate wants the treasure, and this is very much like the... no, I take it back. It's not like AT-AT and all. I was going to say this is much like the other thing, but the only treasure was the kids' memories and stuff, but completely different. So, and so it was cool. They take them, the kid saves the day, all this stuff. And the droid that they wanted was the candy corn droid. That was a fun little droid as well.
And then there were so many more of them.
Yes.
Still functioning. Doing something that we still haven't figured out what they were doing.
Yeah, not really sure what they were doing, but they were doing something.
Just brush straight past that.
Yeah, yeah. That's not important. So this is the picture of the kid looking at. This is the bounty hunter kid, I guess. Whatever the other orphan kid he's looking for.
The aspiring scoundrel.
The aspiring scoundrel. That's a good term for it. And then the bear with the microwave in it, and this one here. You can barely see it, but the little candy cane droid here is the one that had the key to it. So. Yeah. So then they get into the room, and Fox Ears or whatever his name was, the pirate is mad. There's nothing in here, and blah blah blah. And then the bear droid goes, "Of course there's not, because the treasure's hidden below." And then they go down a level, and that's where they see all these holograms of him with his as a baby. All the family pictures are hidden down below, which was great.
Because the treasure was the family we had all along.
Oh, and don't forget about the Star Speeder, the Star ship as well.
Right. Yeah, that's there too. But,
that's there too. But it's more about the hologram and being able to see your family and all that good stuff. So this was one of my favorites. I enjoyed it because it didn't have a lot of the yelling and screaming that the last 3 episodes have a lot of yelling. And I was confused why they were so angry at everything. I was like, why are you so angry? But so what did you think of this one? Did you like this one, or are you just admiring, just amusing me?
So I had a hard time at the beginning because I'm like, Tatooine again?
Yep.
Again?
More
Fine,
Tatooine.
whatever. So.
the most popular small planet in the outer rim ever.
Here we go again. Everyone has stories on Tatooine, but I think they did a fine job of, like, the cantina was just a little tidbit as they went through. They had the Krayt Dragon skull show up at a little bit. And like, okay, there wasn't like, we're on Tatooine again, so here's all the Tatooine stuff. It's like, we're on Tatooine again, here's the little thing. So I got over that. And like we were talking about earlier, the art style, great. I would describe this as best I can as like the chibi art style.
Okay.
Just kind of that look and style of the over exaggerated heads and cartoons with it. And I love this art style. I think it's like classic, like Dragon Ball, but less exaggerated in Dragon Ball sense of that kind of look to it. And I think it's fantastic. It's just fun to look at. It just naturally makes you feel childish as you're going through it. And I love this whole story because it's like Saturday morning cartoon, kids going on a wild adventure. Yeah. It's like what Skeleton Crew was in a sense, but this one. So I'm like, I feel like I'm watching the beginning of the Goonies.
Right, exactly. Maybe that's why I liked it so much, because it did have a lot of the feels that I'm used to with other stories. So it was good. So.
Yeah. And they just did a good job. Like, they were over the top when they needed to be. They were funny when they needed to be. They were serious when they did. Like, they just ran it really well, even though it was, like, this story about, like, the underbelly of Tatooine just coming and being like, just burn their house down. Who cares that the kids are in there?
Yeah.
Like, oh, my gosh, how like, dark are we getting?
I know. He's like, burn the house down with the kids inside. It's like, what? What are you talking about?
I'm like, that is not fitting with this art style.
No, not at all.
We had a microwave earlier, so like
we have a microwave bear. We're not burning down everybody. So
yeah, so this was super cute. This is one that I would totally be on board with, like sequels of their little adventures in space as they figure out the little bit of trouble that they're going to get into. It's just really good storytelling throughout of how they got through it. I like that they even had an explanation of how Billy the Bear got reprogrammed by the like Darth Vader-esque helmet that he had on him.
yeah. And then he took it off, and everybody was...
Everyone was fine, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, wild that the little boy, not Yuko, the little girl, the boy, could fight a droid. That was probably a lot stronger.
Yeah.
But again, I will suspend my belief of reality for things like this.
Sure, I agree 100%. So, all right, well, I enjoyed it. That was the one that I enjoyed probably the most. I thought it was, I don't know, it's just the most entertaining for me. I'm sure there's other ones when we get to the last couple that were a lot more artistic and trippy and some other things, but
I will say top two for me on this one.
Okay,
so.
Good, awesome. All right, the next one is The Lost Ones. This is episode 6. After
another sequel.
After assisting refugees escape a natural disaster, an incognito F is forced to confront the ghosts of her past when their refugee ship is intercepted by the Empire. And this was fun also. This is the one, I got to pull up the clip here, where it opens up with this shot of Darth Vader. And they even have it in the same angle and everything as... George McFly sees Marty McFly when he wakes him up with the CD player, or it might have even just been a cassette player. I think it was a cassette player, yeah. With the cassette player playing AC/DC. It was great. So as soon as they open up with this, I was like, no way they're going Darth Vader on me here.
Absolute cinema.
Yes.
Yep.
So it was awesome. I was like, this is a callback for all callbacks. This is awesome. But it was really cool. I liked this. They're like, she wasn't letting on that she was a Jedi, and then like when she's on the ship, all the kids were asking her questions like, "There's a new person here. Let's talk to her." And I remember the one kid like touching her scar, and being like, "Does that hurt?" And she's like, "Well, not anymore," or whatever she said, something like that. But yeah, so it turned into a good story. I really liked it.
It's heavy. It's probably the heaviest story, and heavy, of course, the Back to the Future word of everything's heavy.
What's up with the gravity in the future? Why is everything so heavy?
But this one, like, it's hard, especially like I don't know who picks the episode order, but putting this right after the one before it, just is hard to stomach if you're watching them in order, just because of how like this is like deep thought, trauma reflection that you have to go through with this episode, and I think that's why I have such a hard memory with this one, just because of what it is. Like, there's so much cool things about it, like her recovery and like who she's become, and like, is she a Jedi, isn't she a Jedi, whatever. So
was this the one where she was like laying in the field of red flowers after she was defeated?
Yes.
And they had the what was it? The wasn't Bacta, was the opposite of that. What they froze Han Solo in.
The carbonite.
Carbonite. They were like getting the carbonite gas because the Empire destroyed their planet to steal all the carbonite gas, and they were able to still trap some of it. And they were going onto the ship to blow it up, and they had all these carbonite bombs all over it. And her fight scene with the other Jedi, where she was like, "I know I can't defeat you," but as she did the flip over top, and then he slices her in the stomach or in the arm or whatever. I think it was her arm. It looked like she wound up getting cut off.
Definitely lost limbs or something.
Yeah,
so.
And then as she lands in a pot in a heap because she got lightsabered, you see that she was able to get the carbonite gas chamber into his shoulder. I was like, ooh, good twist. I like that. So
Loved it.
So yeah, so like she was losing by winning, and it was a very good like Ben Kenobi, like I'll just stand here and let Darth Vader beat me. That way I'll become more powerful type of move.
Yep.
So yeah, it was a good
Yeah,
one.
because we've seen a ton of Master Apprentice fights. Like
Yeah.
that is Star Wars trope we're gonna deal with and have. And so this was great. Of like, I know I can't win, but here's how I can actually win.
Yeah. So it was really good. It was like I said, it was very, very deep, and it was very, very going from the Kitty, the childish one of the episode before, to this one was kind of tough. I'm glad I went in the opposite direction, because
Yeah, you
was-
missing that was huge. And what's absolutely wild about this is the first time in Visions that an animation studio has done 2 episodes for them, and it's the same company that did 5 and 6. So it's the same one that did the one we just talked about and the one we're talking about. And I'm like, talk about
Yeah.
range for a studio, like art style, storytelling, everything about it. Just wild how talented Kinema Citrus is.
it would be interesting. I would love to be in the meeting before it started and said, okay, here are 2 ideas. Who wants to be on Team A, the cutesy one with the bear with a microwave in his stomach?
Me.
And who
Me.
wants to be on Team B, the deeper, darker, more dirtier version of a storytelling? Yeah, I would be like,
That's usually better storytelling, but
yeah, let's go have the fun one. I want to work on the fun one, not the dark one. That's
yeah.
so yeah. So that is pretty funny that there were the same studio did those 2 episodes back to back. Episode 7, The Smuggler. This one was cool. Desperate for a quick payday, a smuggler takes a job to rescue a fugitive from the Empire. And of course, this one was pretty predictable when, I need you to take somebody, don't ask questions. Of course, it's the prince.
And then the next scene is, well, here's the prince that the Empire will pay 100,000 for, but you just took a 10,000 credit job, and it's like, I wonder who you're trying to smuggle.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder who you're trying to smuggle. This kid with a baseball hat and hood up. I wonder who that could be.
Can't tell. May as well be wearing glasses.
Get rid of that little curl in the front, and suddenly you don't know who that person is. Who is it? I don't know. But yeah, so it was a Judith Light. Oh, that's very interesting. She was Glenu, the old Jedi. She was in Who's the Boss from 1984 to 1992. Olivia doesn't know anything about that. But yeah, so she was in Who's the Boss. That's really funny. She does the voice of the old lady now. But anyway, this one was, I don't want to say it was predictable.
It was.
It was predictable. Like, and I thought that there was going to be the 3, I forget, they were from Rebels, but it was like the mom, the dad, or the dad,
Oh,
and the 2
the
kids.
father, the daughter, and the son?
Yes, I thought.
Or the brother and the sister,
Yeah,
or
the
whatever
bro-
they
yeah.
are. I don't remember what they're
I
called.
thought that's what those 3 were going to be, but it turned out to just be smuggle off this kid, and I'll give you 10,000 credits, and then, we're going to go to the rebel base, and then, you're going to go to the good side, and you're going to help us out because you're a good person, and you didn't need the 100,000 credits, and blah, blah, blah. So it was good. It was whatever. I don't know.
So here's what I don't hate about how it was predictable. It was unapologetically predictable.
That it
They
was.
never tried to put a twist in there. They never tried to put you the other way. You knew the story. You knew what you were watching. It was very comfortable, and I needed that after the one before
yes.
this.
Especially after that one. I
So-
was like, okay. Like,
I was happy to have that.
I have 2 friends from high school who would always try to predict when they're going to the movies or TV shows, always try to predict what was going to happen. And so I started doing it a little bit, but not nearly as much. I was like, I don't want to ruin it by trying to predict what's going to happen and think that problem A is going to be solved when actually they go through B, C, D, and E to get to the problem, to solve the problem. But in this one, there was only problem A, and they went right the way you thought they would have, and they solved it right away. So
yeah, yep, just went that way. Yeah, that's like, I don't do that. I'm very bad at a lot of it. I'll do during TV shows occasionally of trying to guess things, but movies I'm bad at it. So when I was seeing Rogue One for the first time in theaters, I'm sitting in the audience with Tig, and Tig just leans over to me. He's like, they're all gonna die at some point. And it never crossed my mind that, yeah, we don't see these characters ever again. They're probably gonna die.
Well, that was like in Solo, when I forget what the love interest was who went to be with the
Kira.
Yeah, Kira. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, maybe as it's coming to like the third chapter, the third.
Yeah. Your third arc.
The third act. Which, by the way, I can never tell when the first act ends and the second act begins in the third act. I'm like, I don't know, I have no idea. And all my friends who are like, oh yeah, and I'm like. The only one that I could ever figure that out in was the Goldbergs TV show, because the third act was always after the last commercial when everything ended happy and it was just, yay, very good. I'm like, there's your third act. You just wrapped it all up. That's perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, and I'm like, maybe in the third act she'll like leave, they'll get back together, and then I'm like, oh wait, there's that Princess Leia who's going to get in the way of all of this. So. It made me laugh. I was like, same thing as Rogue One. Like, oh, they're all going to die. I'm not going to know who any of these people are. But, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
but going back to the smuggler, I do have to say that it was cool seeing a planet that had a lot of, like, high tech or that kind of thing on a planet. Like, it was nice to kind of have that mixed in, because I'm so used to Star Wars planets being run down and broken or barely held together. And even more so, I liked that our protagonist, and I don't remember if we ever got her name, but I thought it was really fun to see someone like Han Solo in that instance, someone who's really good at the scoundrelly smuggling, piloting kind of deal. So it's not like Han Solo's one of a kind in the universe,
right?
Even though he builds a story of he is one of a kind. And so it's cool to see, like, other people could do a lot of the things you do too. You just created your reputation. And I liked that. I thought it was cool to have another character do that.
I think her name was Cheetah, Chita.
Okay.
Because there's an Emma Myers who plays Cheetah. And I know it wasn't any of the other people, because all the rest of them are men except for Judith Light. So I'm going to say her name is Cheetah.
Yep. Oh, and what a cool Jedi she was.
She
was. Oh,
yeah. Well, the Judith Light
so
character
cool.
was Glennu. Yeah, she was a cool Jedi. She was definitely very cool. But it was.
Yeah, like bringing the lightsaber out of like the wraps in her arm to use it and just going to town. I was like, yep, this is great. This is spectacular.
Yeah, it was very good. I liked it. It was short. It was only 18 minutes. Looking at the runtime here.
They packed a lot into it, but it never felt overwhelming.
No, the episode 8. Oh, this was in episode 7, the smuggler. She did do a lot of yelling though, and she was even yelling. She was yelling at the boy as well, who was he was just trying to help, and she was like, "No, hit that button," and I'm like, "Okay, you're yelling for all the wrong reasons right now." So. But I knew that's like an anime thing, so whatever. But it just made
intense and lost in the moment.
Yeah. So that was pretty funny. All right, episode 8. We're almost done. The Birds of Paradise.
I know.
This was done in the after she is blinded in battle, a hot-headed Jedi Padawan must undergo a series of spiritual trials in order to overcome the temptation of the dark side. So this was written by what was the company that did this? It was one of the
Polygon Pictures did
Polygon,
this one.
Yeah. So
because it was all 3D CGI, so it stood out immensely.
Yes, and it looked just like a Polygon video game would. So it
sure
did. It was very interesting. I was not a fan though. I thought the video was amazing. I thought the graphics looked really cool, but I just didn't. I couldn't get into it. I was like, okay, I'm bored.
No, this is my favorite.
Oh no!
And I say that with the caveat I don't really want to watch it again.
Because it was deep and dark and everything else. So
Like, we just went through this whole, like, internal conflict of a Jedi trying to understand what it means to be a Jedi and how to accept it and give up on so many things. And there's just such cool visuals going with it as this character is going through what feels like a believable arc of all of this processing through it, let alone the really cool Sith fight of the lightsaber combat we had at the beginning and calling out the problems and acknowledging. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love all of this.
yeah, I think this was too much for me. I like more basic storytelling. I don't. This was very very detailed, very deep. I'd probably have to watch it 2 or 3 times to really get everything in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Usually I am like, the smuggler is what I want. I like my cozy viewing of everything that it was. But the art style, like we talked about, mixed with just this really good, easy to follow conflict, and what I feel like they don't talk about enough in the Jedi training of how they give up their emotions and their connection to things and all of those components. And like the blindness was fine. Like that was a good gateway to get into a lot of the conversation and other things, but just coming to terms and like surrendering, taking the lightsaber to the chest and just accepting that she's got to like die and give that up. I'm just like, I'm in love with this so much.
One of the trials, she was like, wait a minute, this is all in my head. And like that's how like she's standing in fire and she knew like it was just like, so I do understand it, and it was neat. I don't know why I just wasn't in the right headspace to watch it, I guess. I don't know. It was interesting.
And it's like I say about all things Star Wars and other things, sometimes it's just not meant for you, and that's why there's a whole bunch of other things out there for you to enjoy.
Yeah.
So I can enjoy this beautiful alien landscape and these days of story and deep exploration and Jedi explanation, and you can go back to watch The Bear with the Microwave.
I will watch The Bear with the Microwave. I'll watch that one again. I promise you I will do that. And then
so hit me with it. How bad did that one do on IMDb? How wrong am I according to the public?
According to 6.3, it wasn't bad.
So not horribly wrong, but still kind of wrong in comparison.
And it was a 6.3. They didn't see it the way you saw it. Yeah, what was the Smuggler? The Smuggler was 7.3. And, the deep one, the Lost Ones, was 7.1.
Uh-huh.
And going back to The Bear, let's see if everybody agrees with me. Nope, The Bear was 6.4. So my favorite and your favorite were not IMDb's favorites.
We just got bad taste, I guess.
I guess so. And then, talking about bad taste, this last one, I think, let's see what this rating was for Black. Oh, only 6.5. Okay.
Okay.
But
still better than the last one.
I think this is interesting because the majority of this gave it a 10. But then there's also the second most popular was a 1, which is why it's at a 6.5.
This doesn't surprise me. This would have been the episode I would guess you love or you hate, and there's not a lot of middle ground for it.
No, because this one, it's called Black. It was only 13 minutes long, and honestly, it felt like 26 minutes long.
See, it's funny you say that. This is the only one of these episodes I've watched twice. And the second time I watched it at 1.5 speed to see if it felt better, and it did.
So you really only need to watch it in for 4 minutes, and it'll make perfect sense if you watch it in 4 minutes. Yeah.
The music sounded more correct and normal, which is, I feel like, unusual at 1.5 speed.
Yeah.
The visuals got a little fast in some spots, but whatever. This is abstract and chaos anyway, so who cares?
So the description is a psychedelic battle between past and present, light and dark, and life and death plays out in the haunted psyche of an Imperial trooper who is on the cusp of death. So with the description, it makes more sense now. Without the description, I was going, what am I watching?
Yeah, you said psychedelic, and I'm like, someone was on psychedelics putting this together,
100%.
and should have been to watch it too.
Yes, and you definitely, if you were on some form of psychedelic, it would make so much more sense.
What a journey!
Because I was so confused. It was all over the place, and I knew.
Yes.
I saw some some reviews, and they were saying in the reviews that it was this psychedelic whatever, and I was like,
yeah.
So I knew coming into it that it was going to be a little strange, but it was.
I never thought I would describe Star Wars as avant-garde, but here we are.
Yes, it definitely was avant-garde. It's 100% how you could put it, because it had everything Star Wars in it at some point in time. The Death Star blowing up, stormtrooper battles. The stormtroopers were fighting each other. They were reaching out for each other's hand, then they were letting go, and then there was another battle, and then Padawans, and I think there were Ewoks in there somewhere. Chewbacca was floating around in there somewhere. It definitely, if you were on some kind of a psychedelic drug, you would watch this and go, yes, this makes perfect sense now. But not being on some kind of psychedelic, I was going, why am I watching this?
You're watching it because the musical score was at least awesome.
Yes, the
like,
musical
the
score.
The jazzy beat.
Yeah.
The sound design was great. But I have to say, like, the hearing the song, it made me think of the video game Super Mario Odyssey in the city town where you got that jazz singer doing everything, and I can't think of what it is. But I'm like, I love that part of the track. I will send it to you later because you're giving me the look of I've never heard this before.
I know it, yeah.
And you'll be like, that is the same thing.
But I was about to say, like, I was watching it and I was going, this is a student film of a kid who thinks that he's the next Francis Ford Coppola, and he's like, watch this. This is going to be the most amazing film ever, and it'll be like at Sundance or something like that, and people will be like, oh my God, that's so amazing. But everybody who's watching it has no clue what they just saw, but they're all going to be like, they don't want to be the one who looks like an idiot and doesn't know what he just saw. So, of course, they're going to be like, dude, that was amazing. It was the most unbelievable thing ever that should win Sundance. Because it was so, as you said, perfectly avant-garde. And yes.
Yeah. I mean, I love it. It took a risk. It was something totally different. I'm glad it was last in this order. Because if that was first, that would have just been like a major click away of what am I getting into?
Yep.
Last feels like the right place for something like this.
Yeah, it was so out there. It was so psychedelic. So if you want, I don't even know what you'd have to take acid, I think, while watching it, and then it'll be like a perfect.
Seems
trip
like the
for
right
you.
choice.
But yeah, so I don't know, but. Yeah, you definitely have to be on something when you're watching it, because it was strange. It was very, very strange. I probably will watch it again just because it was so out there. But I was like, wait, what is happening? And then it even almost changed story styling as it went through. It went into different types of animation and all kinds of. It was really weird.
Yeah.
But yes, so I don't know. It was a good one.
Something else.
Yeah, it was something else. It was a good one to end on. Which one? One of these, was it the Smuggler? One of these episodes, I think it was the Smuggler. It was either the Smuggler or it was the Lost Ones. But it had a very hand-drawn animation style until it went to the wide shots of the ships. And then the wide shots of the ships were very 3D animation, very artistic.
Oh, yeah. I think that was the Smuggler, because that's when they just broke free of seeing the Star Destroyer come through.
Yes.
Because I think you're right, because we saw the Star Destroyer through that same cropped frame of where Darth Vader showed up. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure that's the one you're thinking of.
Yeah, I think so too. So that was interesting to me that they changed.
Oh, that was the Lost Ones then. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, yes.
But maybe that was the Smuggler. Maybe it's both.
I think it was in the Smuggler as well. I think the Smuggler as well had different animation styles. So But yeah, it was probably the Lost Ones as well. The two of them might have done it. So, yep. So, all right. Well, we got through all 9 of them. Some of them were good. Some of them were bad. Some of them were psychedelic.
And we continue to prove that droids are awesome because somehow everyone who does Star Wars droids makes them like super emotional connections to what you are doing in this story, even if they don't have facial expressions. And there's so many unique kinds of droids that we keep on seeing in this universe. Like every episode seemed like was introducing a new droid or 2 in the case of Yuko's treasure.
Yes. And I love the new droids, and it is interesting, almost like you think about what use do the droids have, and each one has a slightly different use. So, like, you know, even going back to C-3PO and R2-D2, like, C-3PO can translate 9 million different forms of communication, but he's no good for anything else except for annoying the crap out of people. And then, and then R2-D2 is like the Swiss Army knife of droids. But now, like, we get these 2 new ones. I mean, who would have thought that we'd have a droid with a microwave in his stomach, and then an even cooler droid than that with the one with the little bendy things around his eyeballs. So
they can still surprise us, right?
They still can.
My brother-in-law's visiting and said like C-3PO is his favorite droid.
Oh, okay.
At least I think that's what he said. So I'm like, well, something for everybody.
There's a favorite one for everybody. Just don't tell them what the odds are. That's all you have to do. So, all right. Well, I think I'm going to leave and start building my Legos because...
Oh, yes. Gingerbread doesn't assemble itself.
Gingerbread does not assemble itself. So, but I think from all of us here in the horse trailer, which the guys at the Supreme... Oh, let's talk about everybody else real fast, because I forgot to do that earlier.
Yeah, we're hanging out on the Ears Up Network with the Ears Up podcast, Supreme Resort, Buena Vista Boys.
Puny Pod.
Ooh, Puny Pod.
Scraping the Vault. And
Scraping the Vault, so, but they're in the vault, so...
Yeah, the vault is in the vault. The Supreme Resort, Ryan, I think, has taken over temporarily the Supreme Resort, and he's doing a lot of drafts. He did 1 or 2 now. I think he's up to a 2nd draft that hasn't come out yet, but they're doing Disney draft stuff. So that's a fun one. So I think he's trying to keep that alive by doing that. Hopefully the regular Supreme Resort guys will be back also at some point in time because they're all very good. Ryan's draft show is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's bad. There's plenty of room on the network for both. So if the regular Supreme Resort guys come back, they can actually... they always call it the dirty yellow strap because, you know, from Disneyland, you have
to tug on it.
Tug on the yellow strap. So make a new show, the dirty yellow strap, and he can do all of his drafts and stuff. The first one was really good. I did enjoy it. So hopefully draft edition. So yes. Olivia said yes, TSR coming soon. So the draft edition. So yes, so there's a 2nd draft coming soon.
There we go.
So we got to talk about all those guys. Puny Pod, of course, is going strong. And of course, like you said, Buena Vista Boys. I think Scraping the Vault is 100% dead. And Ears Up. So yeah, so that's all the rest of them. So check them all out. Are you reading any books before we go? Do we have any book talk?
No book talk for me. Hopefully coming up in the break. My terms get easier after December 12th.
Okay, so it gives you a little bit more time to read some books then.
Yes, I'll get back to it.
So, all right, well, from all of us and from Olivia, who joined us in the chat, she just loves hanging out on Monday nights with me on doing podcasts. So she's hanging out in Banthamilk now, and you know, next week we'll be on Spokes, the others channel. Spokes, the non-Ears Up show. I'm still waiting for the James Spoke or crossover into DL Weekly when he does all Galaxy's Edge trivia questions. But you're
ooh, that is a good idea.
Yeah,
I'm not on the hook for trivia for another week, so maybe I'll consider in the future.
Consider that for it, and then you can plug away to this wonderful podcast that you do over here with me.
That's right.
All right. Well, you want to say it, or do you want me to say it first?
I'm happy to go first this time because I have spoken.
You have spoken, and so have I. We have spoken. Good night, everybody.